New this morning, a car chase overnight ended with up to 3 law enforcement agencies all searching for the car near Horace. The North Dakota Highway Patrol is not releasing a lot of details right now, but they did tell Valley News Live that they called West Fargo Police and the Cass County Sheriff's Office for help. One viewer tells us that he saw multiple squad cars near 52nd Avenue South and Cheyenne Street on the Horace and West Fargo border just before midnight. Troopers say more information will be released a little later this morning. A Moorhead man is in the Grand Forks County Jail after police say he led officers on a chase through 3 counties. It started with a traffic stop for erratic driving yesterday near Climax, Minnesota. The driver was wanted on a warrant, and as police backup arrived, they say he took off through Polk Trail and Grand Forks counties. The chase was called off as the car entered the city of Grand Forks. Officers later found the vehicle unoccupied and were able to track down and arrest 34-year-old Nicholas Wessels. It's a long-standing spring tradition in Moorhead, but it's not happening this year because of the pandemic. But it seems some college students and maybe other people in Moorhead didn't get the memo. The city is reminding people that the annual spring cleanup week is delayed until this fall. Yet, there are still piles of junk emerging on some boulevards around town. Take a look at that picture. Moorhead says garbage crews are only picking up garbage totes and recycling right now. Anything extra needs to be hauled off to the county landfill. 9 minutes now before 7 o'clock. Let's get a check of that First Alert Storm Team forecast with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. It's beautiful out there this morning. It just doesn't feel great. So it's similar to yesterday morning and other mornings before that over the last week or so. So here's a look around. We've got that beautiful golden glow on our view on the DOT cam at the tri-level looking east along I-94 in Fargo. East Grand Forks, beautiful blue skies there looking off to the Sorley Bridge. Thief River Falls, good conditions. And right on Devil's Lake, looking toward the lake, we've got some good weather there. Looks like we've got some sunshine and a good start to the day. And when I say good weather, I mean dry, quiet weather. You're not having to put up with issues as you are driving down the road and heading to where you need to be today. But when you factor in the temperatures, that won't feel so great. We're looking at some numbers that are below freezing this morning. We're at 24 degrees in Fargo, only 19 in Grand Forks. So it is a frigid start out everywhere. You're going to want that extra layer. You're probably going to want to get that car started and warmed up for you here today so you're not shivering so much here before you head out the door. Here's a look at your wind speeds. We are looking at very light winds. That's a good start. Getting rid of those northerly winds will really help us along to really shift our pattern here. And we do have a warm front and a system approaching that's also going to create and come along with those changes too. And that starts to move in later today. We'll see the clouds first and then eventually the rain overnight tonight and tomorrow. Afternoon planner, about 50 to 55 degrees, I would say, for your highs for today. So looking pretty good. Tomorrow, it's going to be more of a raw day. Temperatures that take a step back with that wind and rain. And then after that, we really start to build up some warm temperatures. Friday looks fantastic. A little rain on Saturday, but Sunday looks beautiful. And then into next week, a little taste of summer with temperatures into the upper 70s. Time now for traffic. Let's check in with Devin Fry for the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thanks, Lisa. We're finishing up this hour on I-29. We are heading south. Now, overall, the traffic flow this morning, it's been about at the same level that we normally expect for this time of the day. Things have been pretty light. They're just starting to really build up here on the interstates. Here on I-29, the main focus is in the northbound lanes. As you can see in front of me here in the southbound lanes, things are looking pretty wide open. You know, around the tri-level area and up by 13th Avenue in the northbound lanes, things are a little bit more crowded, but really not causing any delays. Really, the only delays you're going to be running into are construction zones. Now, we know the long-standing projects such as Main Avenue and areas such as that, but a new one that we are going to be facing for the first morning right now is on I-29. Actually, it's over by Harwood on the Cheyenne River Bridge. Now, that's going to be reduced to one lane going each direction with speeds reduced to 55 miles an hour. That started yesterday, but this is the first morning we're going to have to deal with it. So by Harwood is going to be our newest area where we can expect some delays today. Now, what day is today? It is Taco Tuesday, so ole the day at Taco John's. For your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
An overnight road closure on I-94 in Moorhead wrapped up about an hour ago, but there will be more of it for the most of the week. The 20th Street exit ramp is being worked on through Thursday. Closures start at 9 every night, and the ramp should reopen by 5 each morning. Crews are patching cracks on the ramp. Minnesota National Guard pilots are flying again, and this time they're coming our way. They did flyovers in the Twin Cities area last week to honor frontline workers in this COVID-19 pandemic fight. Tomorrow, Love from Above is coming to the Valley, including Roseau at 11:25, Moorhead at 11:40, and Fergus Falls right around noon. Check out the specifics and other cities on the Minnesota National Guard Facebook page. North Dakota rest stops are getting a deep cleaning to help fight the spread of the coronavirus. The DOT is cleaning them 3 times a day, including disinfecting toilets, sinks, and benches more thoroughly. Areas with high volume of traffic are cleaned every hour. Cleaning crews are also disinfecting some areas that are touched a lot, like pop machines and doorknobs, in between those deep cleaning sessions. North Dakota students will have limited access to schools this summer, and that includes summer school, Head Start programs, and standardized testing. Starting June 1st, schools will be moving forward in tandem with the rules of daycare facilities. Schools will be open from May 15th through the 31st so that students and parents can drop off laptops and other distance learning devices. Another person has died with COVID-19 in North Dakota. It's the 36th death linked to the virus in the state. 24 of those deaths are from COVID-19. 4 died with the virus, and 8 still have pending death records. Another 27 positive cases were also reported. In Minnesota, 13 more people have died with the coronavirus, bringing the total in that state to 591. 452 Minnesotans are in the hospital, with 194 in the ICU. Another 528 people tested positive, bringing the state's total to 11,799. Salons and barbershops are swamped with a backlog of customers after coronavirus precautions shut them down for about 7 weeks. Area stylists say they can't cut hair fast enough as customers are all returning at the same time. People are sitting in their vehicles waiting their turns because a lot of lobbies are closed. Stylists say that if you do need your hair cut, grab a face mask, call ahead, and be patient. Not only is it going to get you out of the house, but gardening can help us get into the spring spirit as well and bring a little life to our homes. Let's check in with the Valley Today's Abby Furchner as she joins us live from S&S Landscaping. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa. I'm here with Allison Burcham with S&S Landscaping, and yeah, I think this time of year everyone is itching to get outside, start landscaping, and get that green thumb going. But I first want to talk about soil because I know, and fertilizers, because I know that's really important to have.
Sure. So for most of your annual containers, especially with all these beautiful blooms we have on the table now, it's important to know about your fertilizers. We have some really easy options here at S&S that we're happy to direct you about, but a few samples we've got here on the table today. We've got organic blends and chemical blends.
Wow.
We've got some different stuff here that's slow release granular that you can just use a little bit and that'll go all summer long. And then we also have some really great bloom boosters that you can use really regularly to really push those bright flowers.
And okay, now I want to get into the plants because I love this part, but I love to, you think thrillers, fillers, and spillers when you're thinking about kind of creating those masterpieces, and what are some thriller options for people?
So we've got a few really great things here that you can use for fillers or for thrillers, but what we've got here today are calla lilies, which come in a variety of beautiful colors, and they really give you a thick, stocky bloom that lasts a long time for the summer.
And then fillers are so many options, but I love these little baby
begonias.
Begonias.
Yeah, these are wonderful. People think of wax begonias as mostly a bedding plant, but they actually are really wonderful for a container planting because over the summer they just fill up and mound up and they just flower like crazy. So you can really get some nice foliage colors and nice flower colors to fill out those containers.
And then spillers, I think this adds kind of that accent piece to your container, and those are what we have here.
Yeah, down toward the bottom here we've got Swedish ivy and wandering Jew, and both of these are going to be beautiful spiller plants, so you can plant along the edge of those containers and really have a full spilling over look, so you just get that bright fullness all summer long.
I just love this. Give your gardens and your home some TLC after this long winter. These are just a few ideas that you'll be able to do this summer and spring.
You have me so excited, Abby, to get outside and get my pots filled and some great new options. So it's been a super fun morning.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's today's question. Almost half of us have a hard time remembering this. What is it? Our ATM code. Remember, you can play along every weekday morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. That's where we post the question. Here on the Valley today, we want to thank you for tuning in to watch our coverage. We want to reassure you that we're working hard to make sure you're staying informed during this COVID-19 pandemic. There are several ways for you to do that, including valleynewslive.com, our VNL News app, and also on our Valley News Live Facebook page, all for free with no registration required.